So I just recently started noticing this, just like many of you, most likely, where time just goes very fast and it's weird. When I was a young boy, I went to school and everything, and I would just keep looking at the time and be like, you know, when can I go home? Right? I got like games to play, I got homework, but time felt slower. And it's like, I don't know if it's roughly around COVID or just after COVID. To me personally, it felt like time went faster. Maybe it's also because we get like stimulated by so many stuff nowadays, by, like the whole doom scrolling thing where you just keep, like the algorithm is being fed by you by watching a certain type of video. You just keep scrolling, and before you know it, it's like 2 hours, you know, 2 hours are gone. And I don't know, man. There's like something different also about people, but I want to use that particular angle for a different video. I'm just, apart from everything being like so expensive and stuff, which is another subject for another video. Apologies that I mention other subjects that I really want to tap into, but for me personally, I just look at the time and it's like 10 minutes flew by. And then I do something and it's like, holy shit, it's 12. And then it's 2, or especially if you have like a day off from work, right? It's like, even when I wake up at like 8 a.m. in the morning, so like I sleep, like normally I wake up at like 6:30, but sometimes I just sleep a little bit longer on a day off in case I do have a day off. And to me personally, it's like on that particular day, it goes like twice as fast. But even during work, it feels going faster. It's like you're busy and you're looking at the time, you're like, oh, it's 9, and then it's 10, and it's 11, and it's like, oh, okay, 5 more hours until I'm free, or 6 more, whatever. And I just feel like we're like in this sort of maelstrom of things. And I also believe, because every month there are like new movies and series that are like anticipated, and 5,000 different new streaming services being launched. I just think we're like so overstimulated that, for instance, I will give you guys an example. The other day, I finished watching Spider Noir, right? So every day I would watch one episode, although it was completely like you could completely binge it, right? But then it's like, oh shit, this movie came out. Oh shit, that movie is on streaming. Oh damn, another series that I totally forgot about existed, you know? And I think it's this constant being fed. Like there's no pause, you know? 10 years ago, or maybe even a little bit longer, you had these pauses of, you would know that like blockbuster movies would like come out during June, July, August, and stuff, and then we're only a couple, right? Like maybe 5 or 6 that you would anticipate to see, and that's it. And series, nobody would really. I mean, yes, I mean they were upcoming. Was in that day of age of like Breaking Bad, which was really good, by the way. I really loved that show. Um, but we weren't being like spoon fed it over and over again. It was way before the time of TikTok, and I felt like we could breathe more. Everything was easier. Like nobody would like overcomplicate things with saying certain things, right? For instance, I remember moments where you could say particular things and people would not like it, but not be instantly offended, right? And I feel now with this whole new age of streaming where cinemas are practically dying. Only with certain movies, it's being leveled up, like with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. No, wait, sorry, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Sorry, that had like, what was it, like roughly like $1 billion. That's when like cinemas are making a nice amount of profit. But other than that, it's kind of dying, and I believe Netflix is also trying to kill off cinemas. I don't know why, but I saw this article pop by, and Everything is like in such a hurry. I feel it myself as well, by the way. Normally, I would take my time to read a book or to do something that I really enjoy. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if we're being like systematically changed by the system itself, but I feel like that I need to hurry or something. Life is short. I need to hurry. I need to do things twice as much. Same with Netflix. I don't do it, but I know a lot of people watch Netflix shows on like 1.5 speed or two times the speed. I don't know how they do it. I tried to do it for like 5 minutes. And my brain just gets completely cooked. I'm like, how do people do it? I don't know. Like my brain can't function, or like I feel really weird, lightheaded and shit when I do that. I was like, how do people do that? But it's like we need to do stuff more, like accelerate things, do it more quicker or so. I don't know how to really explain it to you, but it's like I need to do two things at the same time. And it's, I guess now that I think about it, it's kind of the same as work. They expect you to do like three things, which normally they will have like three different jobs for that. But now it's like one job does three things. You need to do this, this, and this. But I'm like, but why? Like, can't you like hire somebody else to do that? No, they can't. That's your job. And I feel like the entire world is in a hurry. And I think this is also one of the reasons why time feels off for everyone. Why we like, I feel like I can't be human anymore. I feel like I'm being rushed. It's like, oh shit, it's 6 p.m. Fuck, did I eat? Oh shit, no wait, I have to eat. And then before I know it, it's like 7, and then you want to watch a show, then it's 8. Maybe watch another episode, right? But damn, it's taking too long, like 50 minutes. I want to do something else with my time. Should I go to the gym, or should I do like a sport, or right? It's, I don't know, but I feel like I'm getting like cooked, and I think maybe that's why a lot of people are like burned out by everything. Like I said, we are in this maelstrom of like speed running through life. There's like no enjoyment anymore. It's not like we can like stop for a second and breathe. It's like everybody around you is also in a hurry. Hey bro, did you watch that? Oh, you should watch it. Binge it, and then we could talk about it. It's like everybody is like triggering you to do better, or to watch something, and that also doesn't help. Nobody's taking their time anymore. Like in your break, you watch shows, right? So you won't miss out or stuff like that. You want to be the first one who plays as a review on YouTube, so you get the most views out of it. Shit like that. Um, Life was easier even 10 years ago. Um, there's also a lot of shit going on in the world, which is like, okay. So the other day, was it just no, a couple of days ago, they were talking about the whole war with the United States and Iran has been going on for 100 days. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Has it been 100 days? To me, it feels like a month at like max. And that thing is going on for 100 days. So, like I said, that feels so compressed. It feels like they completely, like the last 100 days, which is, roughly 3 months, has been compressed, right? And I look at that, I'm like, so you're telling me that 3 months ago it started? So it's June now. So I'm thinking to myself, it felt like a month ago where everything started. So those are those things where I realize that time flies by very fast. And not just that, I will tell you this, because I noticed this as well. Sometimes I look at movies and like, I look at the date when it came out. I'm like, what? I thought the movie came out like last year, and then it's like 2023 or 2022. And I just think to myself, but what? Right? So the other day, what was it, like yesterday? They had this sort of like UAP thing. News Nation was like doing this sort of live stream, and they all spoke individually. Do you guys remember when they went into like Congress and they were speaking about and they wanted to have like more, publicity about like UAP, UFOs that they exist and stuff. And the dude's name was David. I forgot his name. Last name was it Gruber or something? I don't remember. Anyway, I was watching that particular part because I was curious of what he had to say. I didn't watch the other ones. But he said that in 2023, I sat in front of Congress, to ask for like more openness. It's like 2023? It's 2026 now. That's been 3 years. And in my mind, it felt like maybe max 2 years ago. Max. It felt more like last year. Then I think to myself, Jesus, like it's like I'm speed running towards pension, right? Or like speed running towards my death. And I get it that some people see this as a negative thing, and for me it is kind of like borderline negative because I'm trying to figure out, did something happen to our planet? Is like the earth spinning faster? I don't know, like I'm not into that sort of stuff. So if you are a scientist who can explain that, I'd appreciate it. But I almost feel like that the earth is spinning faster, in which the time goes like faster. So like, let's just say instead of like having normal time going like one time the speed, it's now going, let's say, 1.01 speed, but it's pretty significant for lives, you know, on the planet. It's just it's just weird, you know. I it's I mean it's not that I'm like a scientist that can figure it out or try to figure it out. Like I'm not good with math or like any of that, but like I just wonder if I'm the only one that thinks about these sorts of things, or that you have a particular experience, or that you have certain things in life where you're like, damn, man, it's already Friday. I thought it was like Tuesday, like something like that. That we're like so in this sort of like automation system where you wake up, go to work, go home, watch something, eat, sleep, rinse and repeat. That by the time it's like, I mean, uh, weekends. Do they feel like weekends to you? To me, it doesn't. Because on Friday nights, when I come home, I'm tired. I'm beat up. I eat. I probably fall asleep. I usually miss like at least an hour of my time, and I was like, oh shit, it's 8, so I'm gonna watch something, or maybe I play a video game, or go for a walk, or like whatever I want to do. And then on Friday, you can like stay up longer, yeah. But then it's Saturday, and then you think to yourself, oh, okay, so Saturday I can go to the garden, I can do something, whatever, I can go out. But then it's like the last day that you can sleep out, right? From Saturday on Sunday, like you can go to bed late, and then on Sunday you wake up early. Um, and then it's like, oh shit, it's Sunday. I have to sleep early because, uh, you know, my alarm goes off at like 6:30 tomorrow, like in the morning. I feel like weekends aren't weekends anymore. I don't know. It goes so fast. It just feels like it has just been one day that I was off, and the rest of the days I feel like I'm like constantly working, you know? It's it's weird. Like I said, I don't know if it's just particularly me. It could be, but if you have like something like I said, same, like or if you're like experiencing the same, or think like, hey, yeah, that sounds familiar. Let me know. Um, this is like I said, this is kind of like an old school setup. I'm not gonna do editing. I'm not gonna ask for anything. I'm just posting a video like old school YouTube back in 2010, I guess, and that's it. Just with a better camera, right? Back then we had like 360p, 240p cameras, bad audio. Um, yeah, and that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about, like how I feel about this, right? Um, what my experience is. So let me know what yours is, because I'm actually really curious that like maybe there are like other aspects that I've missed that maybe you could tell me about. I don't know, but that's just kind of how I see things. Like I said, I notice it mainly with things that I do. Or did I look at the time like, Jesus, it's already 11 or 12 or 5 or and like I said, with the movie titles, or at least with the movie year. Did I say titles? Movie years when it like came out. Like I'm completely baffled. Like certain films as well, that they look really nice. And I look, I'm like 2013, 2013? What the, I thought it was like 2018. And to think about, like, Lord of the Rings, for instance, one of my favorite franchises, came out in the early 2000s. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. I mean, Matrix came out in 1999. I mean, I was still a puppy back then, so, like, it's not that I could go to the cinema and watch it, but it's the idea that it came out in 1999, you know? But yeah, that's the video, so